Suzette King is an emergency room nurse, and you couldn't tell by looking at her, but she's also a cancer survivor. And although she got her health back, it wasn't easy. Plus, she had a lot of help along the way.
On March 10th, 2022, I was diagnosed officially with stage 3B rectal adenocarcinoma. When I looked it up, I knew how serious it was.
Rectal is the very end of your large intestine. But because of the rectal cancers at the end, you'll have to remove the end and there will be nothing to connect it to. And so she will have to where you move the large intestine end to the front of your belly wall, and then you poop in a bag.
Being a nurse who witnessed all the horrors of cancer, Suzette thought it best to refuse that standard treatment, which is very invasive.
If it's something bad and I'm gonna need a caretaker of any kind, I don't want it. I saw the people that came into the ER that were on chemo, and they just were miserable, and they came in all the time because they were constantly nauseous, throwing up. And I just saw the family. I saw the family suffering. I'm a single parent. I have a daughter that's 32 years old now, and I couldn't bear her having to change her life in the prime of her life to stop everything and move home and take care of me.
She was resigned to her fate.
I'd lived a great life, spending the majority of my life in Kauai, Maui, and now here. I was content with just, hospice care. Book a trip to Greece, get enough pain medication and anti-nausea medicine and let its course take, and just travel and enjoy the rest of my life.
But her daughter and Dr. Katie Huang had different ideas, and they helped change her mindset.
My daughter just encouraged me to not give up, to stay positive, and to try to live.
And we had a good discussion between her daughter and her, and we discussed, the pros and cons and what are the possible scenarios. And I tried to convince her that there's a lot of patients out there with ostomy, not necessarily just from cancer, for other reasons, and they do live a very complete, fruitful life.
I absolutely changed the way I lived, from sleep to any kind of food that I put in my body was raw, organic, alkaline, and I followed every cancer diet book that I could find.
Not only did Suzette carefully screen what went into her body, she also surrounded herself with positivity.
Anything negative that came in my range, I would just turn and walk away. If people that were my friends were negative, I would tell them, I'm sorry, I can't have any of this in my life.
That renewed attitude helped her get through the grueling surgery and recovery. And today, her outlook is very bright.
So she did great with the surgery. She didn't, have much complications. And then, boom, the next time when she saw me, she was happy. And I was just overjoyed, wow, what a big change.
Suzette admits to having tons of wonderful healthcare providers, but she does call Dr. Huang a Hawaii healthcare hero.
They're born to be doctors. That's their calling. They'd do it if they didn't get paid. They love it. They're good at it. They're kind and gentle with people, yet honest and open about all the consequences.
I tried to say, I'm here to be objective, to give you the information so that you can make that decision. It should not be me saying, oh, these are the things and, take it or leave it. I think it's more, I just, try to understand what their fears are and then trying to tell them what are the opposite side of understanding that fear, I guess.
Yeah, so not really being a cheerleader, being more more a truth teller, but also kind of telling her that there is an upside to it.
I just am so pleased she came into my life. I hope that I remain friends with her in a professional and personal level.